Good afternoon, everyone. Miles Cron here, talking about Black History Month for my Issues in Diversity class. So, what is Black History Month? Black History Month wasn't a national holiday until 1970. The person who created Negro Week was in 1926. His name was Carter G. Woodson. He was also the leader to create Black History Month. They picked a week in February that was dedicated to celebrate Negro Week. Then, in 1969, black educators and black students at Kent State University proposed the idea. Then, in 1970, the first Black History Month took place on February 1st until February 28th, 1970, and was celebrated at Kent State University. 6 years later, it was being celebrated all across America, and the president to recognize Black History Month was Gerald Ford. He urged all Americans to recognize the accomplishment of the far too neglected African American people. Other countries that celebrated Black History Month. It wasn't until 1987 the United Kingdom followed suit and started celebrating Black History Month in February. In 1995, Canada had joined the US and UK in celebrating this holiday both in the month of February. Black History Month is inclusive to all Canadians by learning and educating ourselves on Black history. So, Canada and Black History Month. Black History Month is observed in the month of February. It is an inclusive event because the African American people want everyone to recognize and know their culture. Canadian society is very open to include everyone about celebrating Black History Month and that we should recognize them. How is Black History Month recognized? Black History Month is recognized in Canada by using multimedia minute ads on describing iconic people in Black History Month, as well as it is recognized in our school systems by teaching them about other ethnic culture backgrounds. In museums all across Canada, there's exhibits to educate Canadians about Black History Month. It also shows iconic figures and how they changed society, such as Martin Luther King, who stood up for civil rights and equal rights for black people. Another person who has had a powerful image for Black History Month is the first African American president, Barack Obama. He has been a huge leader for young people everywhere and such a great person to look up to and did so many things while he was president for the United States of America. Other leaders. So, in sports, one person who broke the race line was the iconic Jackie Robinson. He was the first ever African American player to play baseball and to play first base on April 15th, 1947. Robinson had to deal with a lot of adversity as being the first African American player playing in Major League Baseball. Because from reading up on Mr. Robinson, there were a lot of hateful words and calls towards him just because of his race in a predominantly white game at the time. The MLB, thanks to Jackie Robinson, has had so many other different ethnic backgrounds play and has accepted everyone and any race to play in the game, as well as in other sports such as hockey, basketball, football. So, the impact on Canadian society. Black history has a positive effect on Canadian society because it gives Canada a time to educate and inform people on Black history and how we must include other races, ethnic backgrounds in celebrating the cultures and holidays. The cultural considerations for police officers has been under a lot of heat in the United States because of how they treat African American people. In Canada, as police officers, we must treat every person the same and not profile people based on race. We must treat the incident the same and not use excessive forces on different backgrounds because this will cause a lot of tension a lot of tension in our society. By treating each person the same as a police officer and doing the same procedure you would do with any other race, you will eliminate any hate towards other people and hate towards police officers. By treating everyone the same and not arresting someone based on their skin color will eliminate hate towards police officers. By treating everyone the same and not racial profiling will eliminate all hate towards officers. By treating every incident the same and not judging each incident off of skin color will make everyone feel safer and eliminate the fear of cops are out to get black people. So this is my Black History Month video, and thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something on Black History Month today. Have a nice weekend, and thank you again, everyone. Bye now, Miles Cron.